Hello, Malik Currington here, Family Budget Fisherman. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Happens to be the very first episode of the year 2000 for this channel. Thank you for tuning in for all kinds of reasons. Happy New Year to everyone who's out there. As you read in the description and in the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about one of my coincidental hauls, which was one of the last hauls of the year. Let's get started. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Family Budget Fisherman. Once again, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy Kwanzaa. I can't think of all the other holidays that are celebrated during that particular month, but I think I got the majority of people who celebrate holidays during that time period. And for whatever your holiday is, I'm hoping that you had a fabulous time just the same. Before I go on, I want to refer you over to, you see this tube right here, and you see this box right here. In the next couple of days, the video for these will be uploaded. And I didn't get his permission, but I'm doing a shout out in this video to DG. You know who you are in the comments, because you put me on game for this to make sure that I got this at the price that the Family Budget Fisherman is known for. So I want to give you a shout out in this video, and you will get a shout out in the next video just the same. So without further ado, stay tuned for that one. Back to this haul here. This haul is a haul that I did not anticipate. I had only set my budget at $50, and I wanted to go window shopping after Black Friday in particular, but during the holiday sales, because it is my contention that the deep discounts did not wane after Black Friday. I contend even to this day, here, January the 4th, you'll see this on the 5th, but January the 4th, that holiday sales continue past the marked day, because particularly for Black Friday, it's Black Friday season, not Black Friday. Used to be that, is not it. So the first item, I think I got 4 categories, four categories of swim baits, topwater hooks, and skirts. Okay, so the first thing, let me go ahead and just get this one, begin with this one. So here is the Googan Squad topwater bait. It is called the Hound Walking Bait, as you can see right there in the box. And I'll take it out momentarily. It's called the Hound Walking Bait. I thought this was an interesting bait, and it was marked on sale. I think it was 20% off when I went into Dick's Sporting Goods to look around there. Remember, I didn't go there in particular to make purchases, but, take advantage of certain sales that I had seen. So this happened to be one of them. And let's take it out the package here. You'll see this in a lot shorter time it's taken me to pull this out. There we go. So here you have, this is a beautiful bait. I don't care what anybody says. Listen to those knockers in there. This is a topwater bait. It's called the Hound. It's a translucent bait, as you can see there. I love the feathered hook on the back end. I think this is going to catch some good fish. It's got a good, O-ring up in the front there. One of those oval shaped O-rings. Nice looking bait there. Nice looking bait. And here's another one. These are Googan Squad 2-aught hooks. I guess I'm just going to do the Guggen Squad stuff first. I don't know if you guys know this, but Guggen Squad, the four guys no longer directly own the company outright. It's actually owned by, I think, a company called North Point, which bought Ketchco, which was the major investor in the Guggen Squad. And one of the reasons why you now see Guggen Squad sponsoring tournaments, why they have so much more influence with companies like Dick's Sporting Goods and Sportsman's Warehouse and so forth, is because of North Point, which owns other bait companies as well, already having relationships with these companies. And they took the baits that they purchased and just included it in the deal. So you'll see a lot of different things come out. For that matter, the Guggens still do kind of control their fan base, that the fan being a Guggen something, or I can't quite remember. I'll post it in the lower third there, the name of it. Here's a hook there. And I chose this hook because I like the way that it's shaped. And it doesn't look like it bends really easily. It is a very sharp hook. They're sticky sharp. So I'm looking forward to using that. These are 2/0. Here are some items that I purchased from Sportsman's Warehouse. I got these largely, they were discounted 20%, but I got these largely because I like the innovations that Lost Creek, which is the house brand for Sportsman's Warehouse. I am very impressed with their innovations. This is a swim bait jig head, and it's a size, this is a 2/0 as well, I believe. Yeah, 2/0. And the weight of the hook is a 3/16 on that swim bait there. It's a really nice. I actually like these little J hook bait keepers. Some people don't because they say they tear into your bait, but I actually like them because they do the job that they're supposed to do. And if I can get a few more fish out of a bait, no problem. I got 2 of those, as a matter of fact, 2 packs. And also what I like about Lost Creek is that they use Gamakatsu hooks. So you know that you're dealing with top of the line. Whatever they produce is top of the line because they got top of the line hooks. Another one is the 1/16 ounce. This is mostly for tube jigs because I love to throw tube jigs. It's a 1/16 ounce tube jig, primarily because I love to throw 1/2 ounce and 1/4 ounce and just get it directly to the bottom and drag it across the bottom. But sometimes I need for my tube to fall a lot more slowly, like a stunned fish, not necessarily one that just drops like a rock. So that's what I got those for. These are 1/16 ounce and they're 2/0 hooks, just the same. Also, I got some easy skirts. I think I got these from Dick's Sporting Goods, the Z-Man Easy Skirts. And these are the bluegill? Yeah, bluegill Easy Skirts because I needed them. I noticed that I was running out of some of the skirts. And I like to swap them in the chatterbaits and the spinnerbaits depending on the approach. Then I got some bigger Kitex. Now, I have used 3/8 inch Kitex before. I'm using them in another color in this particular case. I don't normally throw Kitex this big. Normally what happens is if I got to throw something this big, I'll usually go with a soft jerk bait or some other style. I just don't throw paddle tails that often in this length. So, but I'm doing it now, and I may even step up my game and go to a 4 I think they have it at 4.3 and even bigger. I might even go in those directions later on. And of course, this is my favorite color, Sexy Shad. If you've been with this channel long enough, you know Sexy Shad is just my universal color, most confident with that color outside of the traditional natural patterns like bluegill, etc., or shad patterns. So the next one is I got some power bait ghillies. I got the 90 millimeter, I think that's 3.5 inches. I got those, and I got them in a warmouth, which is similar to a rock bass, if you're familiar with the rock bass. Sometimes I have to tell people that, there's a difference between a rock bass and a warmouth. Most people mistake a warmouth for a rock bass. And there you go. I got it in bluegill as well. And these seem to be some pretty decent baits here. These have become popular in tournament circuits and among fans of Mike Iaconelli. So we're going to try them out and see how they work. Last but not least is the Gannarel Jr. Now, you've seen this bait before. This bait's been around. This is 2022, almost 7 years. They came out, Bassmasters Classic introduced the Gannarel, I think it was, in 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what they did. And then since then, they produced the Gannarel Jr. And this is, this represents probably the most expensive bait I have ever purchased. I do not plan to purchase another bait more expensive than this unless it's a collector's item that, that I won't ever throw. I will do that from time to time. But here it is. And I'll tell you specifically about these. They retail at Tackle Warehouse and the place that I purchased them from for $32. And I got them for $21. Okay. That's just the deal. I got them for $21. Let me show you what they look like. If you haven't seen them, these are a pretty interesting bait. I will be purchasing special equipment to throw this particular bait if I choose to throw it. Let's see. And I will ask of you if any of you is familiar with any of the spinner bait models of heavy equipment that I may purchase. It's a beautiful, beautiful bait right there. It's 5 inches long. It's 1.5 ounces, which means I need a rod that throws between 1.5 and 2 ounces. I may get a 4,000 rod reel of some sort, or even a 5,000 reel. And I'm going to be throwing 50-pound braid. Actually, I can still throw my, it's way back here. I can still throw my Fins 40G. There we go. That's 45-pound test break strength. I'll still stick with that with the 6-pound test diameter. And I can throw it a country mile because it's such a thin diameter. So I'll be throwing that 45-pound. I may even get a 5,000 reel depending on what the gear ratio is and the drag is. I have been looking at the Akumas. I think Akuma's got a pretty good deal on rods, spinning rods that throw over 1.5 ounces or up to 2 ounces in the 7 foot to 7.5 foot range. So I'm looking at those as well. But give me your thoughts online. I like this bait. I think it's a fantastic looking bait. And I do want to throw it. If nothing more than for comedy, I want to throw it. And I say that not to tease those people who spend this kind of money for these baits, but it's not often that a person catches a 10-pound bass. I mean, you really have to be focused on it to catch a 10-pound plus bass. And I can tell you as one who's caught one almost 10 pounds, I needed nothing that size in order to do it. So I caught him on a Spro frog. So just saying, and a Spro frog is half the price, full price is half, and even back then it was less than $10. So those are the baits as part of this haul. Like I said, it was kind of a random situation, and I am looking forward to reading your comments, suggestions, and so forth. Once again, Happy New Year. to you. Look forward to in a couple of days, you'll get this breakdown here. And as always, never, never, never break your family's budget trying to buy this equipment or anything else for that matter, because it's just not worth it. But within the law and good ethics, do everything you can to break your personal best. Have a great 2022. I'll see you in the next video. Blessings.